Most people think relationships only matter once someone becomes your friend. Like there's this invisible line where before it, somebody's just some random person, and after it, they suddenly matter emotionally and socially. But I don't think life actually works like that. A huge percentage of your life is shaped by people who barely know you. Not your best friend, not your girlfriend, not your family. Just people you see sometimes. The guy at the gym that recognizes you, the coworker you talk to every few weeks, the cashier that knows your face, the friend of a friend that randomly invites you somewhere. These relationships seem insignificant when you look at them individually, but together they form this invisible social layer that makes life feel connected. And I think modern people are losing that. Because now everybody talks about relationships in extremes. Either someone is your inner circle, your soulmate, your best friend, or they're treated like background noise. But acquaintances matter a lot more than people admit. Not because you can use them, but because being socially connected in a broad sense changes the texture of your entire life. I think one of the weirdest parts of modern life is how socially narrow people have become. A lot of people only interact with their close friends, their partner, coworkers, whatever content they consume online, and that's it. There used to be more ambient social interaction built into daily life. You knew the regulars somewhere, people recognized your face, you slowly became familiar with others without even trying. Now people move through life anonymously. You can spend years in the same area and barely know anyone around you, and after a while, life starts to feel strangely cold. Not tragic, not dramatic, just disconnected, like you're moving through systems instead of communities. Most of civilization is built on low-level trust between strangers, not deep emotional bonds, just familiarity, consistency, goodwill. That's what makes daily life work. You hold the door for somebody, you remember someone's name, you help somebody carry something, you become known as someone who's easy to be around. These interactions seem tiny, but they stack over time. People remember energy more than people think. If someone consistently leaves an interaction feeling lighter, calmer, or more comfortable around you, they remember that. And eventually your reputation starts spreading passively. Not in some status game way, just socially. This guy is cool, he's reliable, he's pleasant to be around. That alone opens doors in life. I think social advice online has damaged the way people view relationships. Everything is framed like strategy now. Networking, value extraction, cutting people off, protecting your energy. And while boundaries matter, people have started approaching human interaction like they're managing a business portfolio. People ask, what can this person do for me? Before they even ask, do I enjoy being around them? Some people have become so optimized that they forgot how to casually exist around others. Not every interaction needs to lead somewhere. Sometimes you talk to somebody because it makes life feel less sterile. Sometimes being friendly is enough. And strangely, that mindset tends to create more opportunities anyway. Because people naturally gravitate towards warmth. One thing people underestimate is how often life changes through weak social connections. Not your closest friends. Usually it's somebody you vaguely knew, a friend of a friend, someone you met once, someone that remembered you positively. That's how opportunities spread. Not because people are secretly calculating your value, but because humans naturally recommend people they feel comfortable around. And the more socially connected you are, even casually, the more likely you are to stumble into experiences you never planned for. A lot of people are waiting for life to arrive directly at their front door, but life usually moves through people. I think people sometimes dismiss likability as fake or superficial, but being pleasant to be around is an actual skill. Some people create tension everywhere they go. Everything becomes difficult around them. Other people make interactions feel easy, and that matters. Being likable doesn't mean becoming fake. It usually means paying attention, showing interest, being dependable, not making everything about yourself. A good social presence lowers friction. People feel relaxed around you. That alone makes people want to include you in things. Not because you manipulated them into it, because your presence improves the environment. I think a lot of men quietly struggle with this. Men are often taught to think relationships need a defined purpose. You hang out because you're childhood friends, you work together, you play sports together, you already belong to the same group. But casual social maintenance is important too. A lot of men secretly miss familiarity, just being recognized somewhere, being welcome somewhere, feeling like your presence is noticed. Even simple interactions matter more than people admit. Somebody saying, "Good to see you again," can genuinely improve your day. But many men isolate themselves so heavily that they lose access to that feeling entirely. People talk about community like it's some grand thing that suddenly appears. But most community is built through repeated casual interaction. Seeing the same faces, having small conversations, slowly becoming familiar over time. That's why third places matter so much. Places that aren't work, home. Places where people simply exist around each other consistently. Gyms, local music scenes, card shops, cafes. Those places create social texture. You start recognizing people. People start recognizing you. And eventually you stop feeling anonymous. I think human beings need that more than we realize. One of the most underrated traits socially is reliability. Not charisma, not status, just consistency. Being the person that follows through, the person that responds, the person that actually shows up. People remember that because reliability is rare now. A lot of social trust is built from small repeated confirmations. You can count on this person. And once people feel that about you, your social world expands naturally. Not artificially, naturally. I don't think you need hundreds of close friends. Most people probably only get a few truly deep relationships in life. But acquaintances still matter. The people who recognize you. The people happy to see you. The people that associate you with good energy. Those relationships shape your daily experience more than you think. And maybe that's the part of what makes life feel human. Not constant intimacy. Just small moments of connection repeated over time. So no, you don't need to become everybody's best friend. But becoming someone people are glad to see can change your life in ways that are difficult to measure until years later.